So I have introduced you to most of the traditional tools used by the woodworker. But it would be remiss not to mention a tool that is considered symbolic of the carpenter's spirit, the Sumisubo, an important tool of Japanese carpentry. It is customary that at the beginning of construction, the master carpenter will come to the site with the Sumisubo to snap one line on a major timber. After this, his work for the day was considered done, and he was paid for the entire day. The carpenter usually begins his work by outlining the shape of the house to be built on the ground with strings. He then selected wooden columns and beams from the timber on the site, and marks directly on them, with Sumisubo and Sashigane square. The Sumisubo's line made is similar to that made with a Western chalk line, a chalk-covered string unwound from a reel, stretched between 2 points, and snapped to mark a straight line. But instead of coarse string and chalk, the Sumisubo uses fine ink and silk line. Three colors of ink are usually used with the Sumisubo: black, red, or white depending on the work. Black ink is made of rabbit skin glue, so it is water resistant. Thus, most jobs use it. Even if you work outside in the rain, it takes months of rain to erase them. Red ink is often used for elegant or interior work, especially for marking parts that will be visible. Since the red ink can be cleanly washed off with water, it can be used for marking parts that have already been cut and finished, like construction members. These kinds of marking tools were already in use in the Asuka period and are some of the oldest carpentry tools. When working on old and dark wood, red ink, along with white ink, is also used. The Sumisubo is used with a bamboo pen called a sumisashi. The bamboo pen is spatula-shaped on one end and rod-shaped on the other and is a tool for marking with ink. The spatula-shaped end is finely divided and can be used like a ruling pen by drawing it along a ruler to draw precise straight lines. The rod-shaped end has been beaten to loosen up the bamboo fibers so that it can be used like a brush to write symbols or characters. A Sumisubo has many advantages. Not only can it make a long, straight line in very little time on flat surfaces, but it can also mark straight lines on curved or twisted surfaces such as logs. Skilled carpenters also use it a particular way, by snapping the line at an angle to the wood, instead of straight up and down, to create beautiful, light curves. First of all, plant the kakuro on the wood you want to mark to snap a straight line. Holding the wheel with the left hand, press the cotton with the sumisasi to ink the line as you walk the sumisubo back. When enough line is out, the left thumb keeps the wheel of the sumisubo from spinning. Using your left index or middle finger to tighten the line, press down the line where you want it. Stretch your arm as far as you can, and with your right fingers, lift up the line and snap it. If you pick up the line close to its end, you won't have the necessary spring in the line. For a straight line, you must watch carefully and make sure to pick the line straight up. If you are a sawyer, then in addition to having a good saw, good sharpness, and skillful use of the saw, the most important of all is how to snap the line. The skill required for this task is enormous, not only in sawing but in snapping the line, because many thin lines must be snapped on the complicated surface of the log. Even a little uncertainty of the line is not allowed in this work. The action of snapping a line looks simple, great skill and training are hidden though. In addition to marking with an ink line, the ink pot can also be hung down and used as a plumb bob.